How do we feel when the unexpected happens? How do we feel when the thing that we hoped for becomes possible? Elizabeth had long given up on the hope of having a child, and she has learned that the thing she thought was impossible will happen, that she will have a child. Zechariah, her husband, is having a very hard time believing about this good news. After a conversation with an angel about this good news, the angel decides he apparently needs some time, some quiet time to come to terms with his upcoming reality. So he faces a time of silence. And then when the baby is born, Zechariah's voice comes back and he names his son John as the angel instructed him. And then the next thing he does is praise God. He praises God for John and for all that God has revealed about John's life. He sings and prophesies to all who will listen. He says, "You, child, will be called a prophet of the Most High, for you will go before the Lord to prepare his way. He will tell his people how to be saved through the forgiveness of sins. Because of our God's deep compassion, the dawn from heaven will break upon us to give light to those who are sitting in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide us on the path of peace." John's very existence gives witness to the goodness of God. Zechariah says God is at work. God doesn't wait for the world or life to be perfect before God gets to work. Instead, Zechariah tells us God begins in the darkness. Incarnation starts there. The child John embodies the good news that God is about to be here in the flesh with a big purpose: to save. What does it mean to be saved? I think it's all about relationship, our willingness to enter into relationship and covenant with God, and God's willingness to enter into relationship with us. Choice. That we would have faith that God is redeeming us and others all around us. Madeline L'Engle said, "There is nothing so secular that it cannot be sacred. And that is one of the deepest messages of the incarnation," she said. Makes me think that there is nothing and no one that God cannot use to facilitate mercy and justice, peace and hope, love and joy amongst us. May God break into the darkest parts of our lives in this season.